What's up, guys? It's Sion, and I'm back, and this is another episode of the MMO show. Now, this week we're going to talk about the future, and what I mean about the future is like what's going to happen in the future. So, what I want to do is talk about this a little bit and show you a little bit of gameplay. This is WildStar, and I have a little bit of Overwatch afterwards. And the very first thing that I'm actually going to talk about right now is indie companies. Now, indie companies are kind of leading the forefront when it comes to MMOs right now, and they're pretty much the only ones innovating, which kind of sucks. And they're the only ones who are actually putting out anything relatively new. It seems like the AAA companies have like shied and ran away from it. You don't see Sony doing much of anything hardly anymore. They just have like their mainstays. Square Enix is basically still with Final Fantasy 14. They're probably not going to go any further than that. And they still have Final Fantasy 11, but 11's old, and 14 is probably the argued number one right now, so they don't really have to do anything else. We already know about Blizzard. Blizzard's never going to actually change, to be honest with you guys. They're not going to do anything different. Now they basically went back to Burning Crusade. That's all the Legion is Burning Crusade all over again. And you can kind of be in denial all you want, but I've played a vast majority of Legion now in the beta, and it's Burning Crusade all over again, which is not bad because I like that, and it's actually pretty fun. But at the same time, we don't have the same depth that we had before. Everything is dumbed down, so that leads me into AAA companies, since we were talking about that. AAA companies, who do you think is going to come and actually do something now? Because the way things are right now, it's like the biggest thing that we have going on is Star Citizen. That's not a AAA company, for to be honest with you. They might be now with the amount of money that they got for that Kickstarter, but they're not a AAA company, and I don't really see anything else coming down the line that is like a AAA company that's going to be like, wow, this is going to be like the next big thing or something like that. It's nothing. It's really nothing. We got like Lost Ark, but that's like MOBA slash ARPG. That doesn't really count. I think NetEase might do something. Like they're looking like they're edging out. Like NetEase might be our saving grace. Hopefully some other companies will pick up. Maybe Dom will do something else besides Black Desert. Like I'm hoping. Like there's nothing wrong with Black Desert. I'm just saying I hope they do something else. But what do we like? There's really not much, and it's kind of sad, to be honest with you. Like, what do we got to look forward to? Not a whole lot. So that leads me to the next thing, which is going to be number 3, is virtual reality. Now, virtual reality is supposed to be like the next big thing. Our computers are not ready to handle it. Our tech is not really ready to handle it. Our networks is nowhere near, especially not in America. There will be no Sword Art Online in America right now, unless if Hillary, God forbid, if Trump win, somebody do something to upgrade the network, or there will be no Sword Art Online. You can forget it. There's not going to be anything like that, because the amount of data that's going to be needed to do virtual reality that large of a scale, like in the SAO, the United States can't hang. It's just no way. And then if the United States can't hang, there's a lot of countries that are even worse. They're like, who's going to have it? China? They probably be the only ones. So yeah, virtual reality is, we're about 20 years from that. Like, I'm dating myself, but I will be 59 by the time virtual reality is like, and I probably won't be able to see it. I'll be able to see, but there's no there's no way that virtual reality is going to be a thing, and in my lifetime, when I'm probably even still playing. So it is what it is. So the next thing is number 4, which is kind of what's been taking over, and that's the browser MMOs. The browser MMOs is making money right now. You see how Naruto Online and SAO Online Legends is doing right now? They make money. Bleach made money. Bleach is doing this thing right now. Bleach is still doing this thing. It's just that this time is up for Bleach right now. Like, it's like they took too long to innovate that game. That's what's happening with Bleach Online right now. They need to innovate and get more stuff into the game, and it's too late now. So SAO is taking their people, and definitely Naruto Online is. Like, that game is packed. Like, it's gangsta packed right now. It's over. So the last thing I'm gonna talk about is the reboots. Now you look what you're looking at right now with this Wildstar. This is a reboot. This is a reboot. Final Fantasy 14 is a reboot. And what I mean by reboots basically is, it's games that got patches and got themselves helped out and got themselves to the point where they can actually do good things and have good content. That's what I'm talking about with a reboot. So when you actually are coming into these games, let's say like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft doesn't need a reboot because they haven't really necessarily faltered. Guild Wars 2 doesn't need a reboot. But if you look at something like ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, they need a reboot. They need to come through with some next stuff and save themselves because they were falling apart, so they went free to play. So they're Wildstar. So there are a few other games. Like I think DC Universe really honestly needs to do that. Like they need to cut their subscription stuff out because it's so heavily and I can't even put the emphasis on heavily influenced by subscription. Like you can't have trinkets without subscription, you can't get a certain level of raid gear without subscription. Like that's not right. That's not, there has to be some other way that they can go about doing things like that. So with all that said, when you put all this, like, do we even have a future with MMO? like you see me struggling. Like I don't know. Like I don't see it, to be honest with you guys. I wish there was something more. Like Overwatch might be our future. Like can we get some Overwatch MMO? Like Blizzard, why didn't you do it? Like this game is just begging for it. It was supposed to be. I don't understand why they they did a good thing though. They did a good thing. They didn't go through with it, and then we turned around and now we got Overwatch. But I would have rather had a MMO Overwatch, to be honest with you. Something similar along the lines of like Destiny or something like that. Can you imagine a Overwatch Destiny? Why the hell could Blizzard not do that? Like seriously, a Overwatch Destiny. That Blizzard, I'm saying. I know you watch my shit, so somebody figure that out over there. Honestly, figure that out. So other than that, you guys be legendary. Thank you for watching another MMO show. You guys give this the highest watch time on the channel. I got so many videos that come through the week, but everybody always watches this all the way through. And I gotta say that I am completely happy for that, and I'm always appreciative that people watch a video all the way through. So you guys be legendary again, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. I'd like to thank everybody for 10K subs. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. And if you liked what you saw in this video, please click the top right to click more of my videos, or click the bottom right to subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love, peace, and I will see you next video.